Sisters Inc. is something Black Enterprise has been doing for a long time as a session at our other events, but over the past few years, we've really given it its own space. We launched a podcast a few years ago, which is now an award-winning podcast where we only speak to Black women entrepreneurs. This year, we celebrated our 50th episode, and we also have launched a virtual summit for women entrepreneurs, the Sisters Inc. Summit, for the past 2 years, and this year it will be in person in New York City if any of you are around. Women entrepreneurs have it hard. All entrepreneurs have it hard, of course, but they tend to take on all the roles and all the stress without any of the support that comes from having a major company behind you. So it is more important for them than anyone that they look out for their wellness, their well-being, their self-care, and that we give them their flowers, as we like to say, to make sure that we're celebrating them, we're recognizing them, we're supporting them when things go wrong, or we're celebrating ourselves and doing a little bit of self-care. So to talk more about the importance of wellness, we're going to bring on our friends from Manulife, John Hancock, who are co-sponsoring with us today. And please welcome Greg Martin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for having me here. At first, I was wondering if I was going to be a little intimidated, but not really. It's been great having conversations. So I really want to say welcome as well. Thank you so much for having Manulife John Hancock here. So maybe some of you didn't attend yesterday, but I just wanted to highlight a little bit of what happened yesterday. One of my coworkers, Yolanda, got a chance to speak yesterday, and she talked about really attaining, growing, and protecting the wealth and the importance of having a plan. And I was thinking a financial plan. And then not only that, but the idea of leaving a legacy. And I'll share a little bit more about that here in a second. So I want to make sure I didn't lose my notes. So it's a great opportunity, and it's amazing to be here. I want to share a little bit about my mom, and I'm going to tell you why I'm sharing about my mom. Because my mom would be amazed to be in a tent with Black women, women of excellence, showing the world that Black is beautiful and powerful. So I was raised by a single mom in the inner city of West Palm Beach. She raised 7 children. And she was the first person who prepared me for this world that I lived in. So I want to give you a couple phrases my mom would say, and I'll tell you a reason why I'm sharing those things. My mom says, "Fix your face before I fix it for you." You see, Mama was teaching me life ain't a bed of roses, and sometimes it's hard. You just got to figure it out and go do it. My mom would say to me, "I brought you into this world, I can take you out." See, you guys know. So Mama was teaching me. She said, "Boy, you will respect me and all that I do for you in this life." Really amazing. And then she would say, "When you get to the store, you bet not touch nothing and don't ask me for anything." You see, Mama was teaching me, just because you see something you want, it doesn't mean you need it. So what I had to learn, I learned something. I learned that just because I want something, I've got to plan and prioritize and save to get what I wanted. The last part, my mom would say, and she said a lot of things. She goes, "A hard head makes a soft behind." And you guys all, She says, "Boy, you know everything. You need to be a lifelong learner." Today we're here to talk about health and wellness, which I'm super excited. Gabrielle Union said something that I wrote down, and I actually use this quite a bit. She says, if you prioritize yourself, you're going to save yourself and others. And a study was done by the CDC in 2000, and here's what it stated. It says African Americans ages 18 to 64 are 2 times as likely to die of heart disease than whites. I mean, I was stunned. It says African Americans ages 35 to 64 years are 50% more likely to have high blood pressure than whites. When I think about health and wellness, it says that 8.7% of African Americans, it was in 2020, they actually sought some counseling and help. Contrast that to our white counterparts, it was 18.6, more than double. I was in Chicago this past weekend for a friend's wedding. And one morning I went out for a run. My friend wanted to know, he goes, "Greg, why are you always running? What inspires you to run?" And I said, "I've learned that prioritizing my health and well-being benefits me personally, financially, and allows me to leave a legacy for my kids." So I started to share about my company, John Hancock. And we have this thing called Vitality, where it awards me for being healthy. For example, so I have life insurance, And because my little Apple Watch here, when I go for a run, I get points. When I go to the grocery store and I buy fruits and vegetables, I get points. When I go to the doctor, I get points. When I go to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned, I get points. How about getting the flu shot? I go get a flu shot, I get points. When COVID was out, hey, you want to get a COVID shot? Manulife, John Hancock said, get a shot, you'll get some points. It's a program that rewards me for my everyday healthy living. And it's not just those things, but mentally as well. I have access to what is called Headspace. It's an app that allows us, our people, to have a conversation where others can help us. Forbes released an article in 2020 that said, as far back as the 1800s, Black Americans have associated life insurance primarily with one thing, paying for burial expenses. It's part of the ugly history of race-based life insurance, a practice that promotes buying small policies to cover funeral costs. Black life insurance owners have 1/3 the amount of coverage that white life insurance owners have. It is time for us to prioritize our health and our wellness so we can save ourselves and leave a legacy to the next generation. You know, I'd like to introduce someone to you. She's an award-winning business owner, an influencer, a thought leader of equity, diversity, and inclusion across industries and sectors and globally. She was named to top 50 people of color influenced by ROI, named Future of Black America Top 50, named Top 25 Influential Black Women in Business by Network Journal, named Top 25 Leading Women Entrepreneurs by LWE, Board Chair, National Association for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Hello, greatness. You know it's time. Please welcome Dee Marshall.
Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. Well, hello there. Good afternoon. Gorgeous, greatness, beautiful, fabulous. I'm going to say that again. Good morning. Wait, is it afternoon? Good afternoon. Gorgeous, greatness, beautiful, fabulous. Hello there, ladies. And a few good men. So, Greg, thank you so much for, I think, sharing your story. You were sharing a little bit of it offline, and I was so tickled to hear you talk about your mom and talk about these points. And so I think it was really encouraging, as I mentioned offline. You know, this really could have been a fireside chat because Greg has a whole lot of gems that we found super valuable in terms of how we live our lives and up-level our lives. So maybe that's for another time, but definitely talk offline because I think Greg just had so much value to share. So here's what I'm going to share in the brief moments that I have as the bridge between Greg and then our self-care exercise. Say self-care. So I'm the bridge between this conversation. And when I was thinking about today and this workshop and the exercise, and what is the link between wealth and health, and it's really everything. The link between wealth and health is you. Say you. Say me. Because it's really about you. And so this is about how is it that you increase your wealth, and how is it that you increase your value proposition? How is it that you increase your competitive edge and all of that? How do you increase? How do you up-level? It's self-care. Say self-care. And so I'll share very briefly a story, and then I'm going to challenge us all to think about one thing. Say one thing. And one thing that we can do to increase our value proposition so that we can live a long life and leave a legacy for your yummy honey, your yummy babies, your whatever it is. That is where we are today as women. So in the work that I do, in fact, I'm going to borrow from some of the work that I do, and that is working with high-level, high-ranking, high-profile, successful women like yourselves. So I'm going to borrow a little bit from that in terms of what do women leaders do to up-level when we talk about wealth and health, and then I'll borrow really briefly from my own story, and hopefully it'll make sense. So one of the things that high-level, high-ranking, high-profile women leaders do in this wealth, when they're exploring wealth and their next level and how to increase their value proposition, is coming into spaces like this, taking a time out. Say time out. It's taking a time out to really reflect. Right? You all agree. You already know this is what happens with high-level professional women leaders, and so one of the things that I did in sort of this timeout window, which began in June, was I had to take a timeout, and I did a whole self-care plan in order to get in front of some really heavy things. Anybody in here dealing with some heavy things? Again, and we're talking about wealth, okay? So some of the things that I did to really just focus on being the bridge for myself and give myself my flowers first between the wealth and health. 7 things really quickly. Number 1, I hired a stretch therapy coach, a yoga. Oh, you felt that, didn't you? I hired a yoga stretch therapist, a cute guy that stretches me out every Tuesday. Yes, say amen. Say amen, somebody. No, we're talking about self-care. This is just a setup. No, this is setup. No, seriously, this is about you're tracking, because y'all are professional, successful women, and you're talking about wealth. Right? And how is it that you increase and up level? In fact, I forgot to give you this before we get back to this number 1. It's about disruption. Say disruption. So disrupting yourself from everything that you are currently doing that is no longer serving you. When you are a professional woman, right, there is a time to revisit and reevaluate. And so the vineyard is the perfect venue and backdrop to disrupt yourself. So you are reevaluating everything in your life, not just your life plan, your protection, your insurance, your wealth, your estate, all of that, all of it. Say all of it. Okay, so this is about disruption. So I did number 1, I hired the yoga stretch therapist, and he stretches me out every Tuesday. Not stress me out, because when you are a professional, successful woman, you are moving from people stressing you out to stretching you. Okay, are you already served? Do we just need to get to the exercise? Oh, keep going? Okay, this is the bridge. This is the bridge. Okay, we're moving from, when we leave this island, we're moving from stress to stretched. You feel stretched. Value, the value proposition. You talk about how Manulife, John Hancock really stretched you out, okay? The stretched. So that was 1. Number 2, I hired a woman who is an ADHD specialist. I hired a productivity coach. I hired her as my productivity coach. That's what I did as number 2. We're talking about disruption and the value proposition in terms of how you increase your wealth, your unique serving proposition, your unique selling proposition, right? It's about you. Okay, so that was number 2, hired the coach. Number 3, I hired a therapist, a new therapist. Okay, a super bad sister girl in New York City. She's a therapist. This is for my mental health and well-being. Greg, you're laughing. Does that work? Yeah, right? So that was 3. So we can process our stuff, right? So the wonderful thing about this, and thank you so much, Michelle, thank you so much, Black Enterprise, like this is a form of processing. This exercise and this workshop is a form of processing. It's going to help us to focus. It's going to help disrupt our thinking. It's going to help disrupt our working and our mind spinning. And so I hired, where was I? What did I say last? The therapist, okay, to process some stuff. Say race-based trauma. Because how many here, y'all, have had it? Because you're professional women. There you go. Look, you have already, okay? And so we, since the diversity tipping point, probably have more stuff than we are willing to admit. So processing is good. That's going to increase your value proposition, to increase your wealth. Because you got to be healthy and well, right? Greg and I talked about insurance and what Black folks do and how we think about insurance, but we also need to think about how we come to the table 100% well. Does that make sense? Michelle, you keep me honest in terms of how I'm tracking and if it's making sense. So I hired a therapist, and then number 4, girl, I did a brain map. Has anybody in here ever had a brain map? Okay, for all of you professional women, high level, high ranking, high profile, we're talking about increasing your wealth and we're talking about disruption. Okay, because you're already successful. You already know what to do, but now it's time to disrupt in order to up level. So a brain map is where there's a brain, not a brain scan, but you could have this done by a naturopath, a medical doctor, and they put these little medical things on your head, and they will identify how your brain is operating on a scale of 1 to 10. Guess what I discovered? A lot of stress. Okay. So I give this to you. Is this helpful so far to prepare us for our exercise and to prepare us for how we increase our wealth? And what is the bridge between wealth and health and self-care and disruption and some of the things that you can do? We're going to focus on one thing. Say one thing, but I'm giving you several things just to think about. Does that make sense? So I got the brain map and found out, there was a lot of stress. And so that was number 5. And then number 6, 7, before we go to our exercise, I did a 30-day detox, right? These are all forms of self-care. Again, we already have our one exercise today for self-care that's helping us to increase our value proposition, increase our wealth proposition. And so we want to continue to think. So I did a 30-day detox. And then number 6, I rewrote my success routine. Everybody have a success routine, a morning routine? If not, you should. As a professional woman, as a Black woman, as a leader, right? You lead better when you can lead yourself. You can't master or lead others if you can't master or lead yourself. And so some things we can get in front of it. Some things we can get in front of it being the stress or whatever things we're going through in life. So redid my sleep routine. Part of it was, no social for the first hour. Okay, I already have clear boundaries, so that was that. And then the last thing, improve my sleep hygiene. Improve my sleep hygiene. All of this is part of what would and could make up the self-care that we need to increase our wealth and our wealth proposition. So as we transition into this 8th exercise, which is flowers, right? That's number 8 on the list, is where we have an opportunity to use our hands, use all of our senses, our nose, our eyes to see beautiful colors. Is this making sense? Right? And helps us to increase our wealth proposition. So before I hand this over, I just want to do a room check. Oh, Michelle has questions. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. And so again, it makes sense, everybody, that the connection between when you go to see Greg or, right, Manulife, John Hancock, and you're having the conversation about improving how you are managing yourself and your life and your legacy. When you go to have that conversation, because that's really that's the up level, right? We're not, and I'm going to say this, Elisa knows I said this yesterday. I don't have a handbag or shoes that cost me more than I'm willing to invest in myself. Okay. So investing in ourselves in terms of our long-term legacy planning, right? I felt good to sit down and have the conversation and get my stuff together because I was too embarrassed to die, but that's a whole nother conversation until I got my stuff together. Michelle, I was too embarrassed, but baby, right now, I'm going to say it again. I don't have a handbag or a shoe, and I have some really cute shoes, and Kim tried to steal my bag. So I have really cute shoes and really cute bags, but I don't have one that costs me more. And I'm looking at Greg, right? I'm looking at the whole Manulife team right here and John Hancock. I don't have more. They don't cost me more than I would be willing to invest in my long-term planning. All right? And so our charge today is disruption. The priority is self-care. We're finding ways to do it, but the team and the sponsors of this already gave you one. That's our number 8, Okay, but I'm going to go through the 7. You already have 8. Number 1, what was it? The cute guy. Okay, he is a yoga stretch therapist. It's my form of self-care. That's number 1. It's every week. I hired him for 2 months. Number 2 was the productivity coach. Number 3, the therapist, which really should be number 1, right, Renal? Okay. Number 4 was a brain map that got to executive functioning in terms of how I'm dealing with the stress. So that's number 4. Number 5 was a 30-day detox from backtohealth.com. It's a black man, male-owned practice. Number 6 was the success routine in the morning, right? You're rerunning your, Ashley, hey, gorgeous. You're rewriting your success routine in the morning. That's number 6. And then number 7, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So the success routine for all leaders, professionals, there's a theory, you create your habits and your habits will create your life. And because you are a professional woman, you all are accomplished women here. That's how you got connected. Some of you have done it because you have really solid habits or routines, but there is a baseline, or let me just say a critical success factor for high-level leaders. They all have a morning routine. And the morning routine is some call it a miracle morning. Miracle morning, you hear of that, either a miracle morning or some call it a golden hour. It's a success routine. You want to be able to stack in the first hour of the day. Stack. Say stack. Stack habits that help you to be better. Habits that help you to show up and give 100% at 9 a.m. when you have to go where you're going. Some of the habits, anybody have habits? Just yell out what your habits are. Exercise, meditation, prayer. Okay. What is it? Affirmations. Yep. Anything else? Gratitude, Pilates, water. Okay. I'm going to help y'all out. Who's checking the money? Who's checking your account? Who's checking the account? Who's checking the account? There you go. Boom. Do you see that would be disruption or additive? So if you leave here with that and then you just say out loud, thank you, Black Enterprise. Thank you, Manulife, John Hancock, for disrupting and up-leveling in this tiny little deposit of this exercise and self-care. If your takeaway today is you disrupted yourself participating and using all of your senses and giving yourself your flowers first, which is the idea of the success routine. And then, but add, if you don't have it, check your accounts, okay? Check your, all right, I think that's it. So Michelle, and then everybody got number 8. Number 8 is give yourself your flowers. So I'll help you out. You could order the flowers, have the flowers delivered once a week to yourself. Okay? Single lady, where's the single ladies in the room that like flowers? Okay. Send the flowers to yourself, because then when he, she, they, them show up, baby, you teach people how and what to think about you. So the flowers already come. Do you understand? Do we connect this flower exercise? Come on, somebody. All right.
Thank you, Dee, for that. Thank you, Greg. I think we got the bridge, and we got one more bridge to go, because this is Black Enterprise and Sisters Inc., so we have a woman-owned business about to come out for you. Please welcome our instructor for today, Antonietta Barros from Giselle's Flowers and Gifts in Boston.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I have a passion of flowers, and I've been doing it for 20 years, and it relieves my stress, because I'm in it 10 hours a day. My hands on flowers. So no matter what, every day there's still something that I find that I love about flowers. So we don't have much time, so we're gonna, everyone has a vase in front of them. And I'm going to show you what we've done. So each vase, we have these things here. It's called Espadritra leaves. So every one of them has inside your vase. And then we have these things here, which is chicken wire. So it helps everyone. Anyone can make a flower arrangement with a chicken wire because it's already got the holes in it. You just put it in your vase and you get started. So everyone's gonna come up. You can get 3 roses. So we have an arrangement here that's we already made up. So it has 3 roses in it. So you place it this way. So you have 3 roses. This is white flower here. It's called, so they all have names. So this is our spray roses. And then you're gonna get this is our filler. It's in a Stolby. All you need is 2 of them. And then this is dahlias. They are very fragile. So the moment you touch a dahlia, they all fall apart. So you have to make sure you be very careful with the dahlias. And this is our seeded eucalyptus. And over here we have these white flowers called lisianthus. And they're good to work with because you can split them apart and use them in little pieces at a time. So you don't have to use them as a whole stem, but you can definitely cut them apart and use a whole. And then we have our greeneries here. And this is called Israel ruscus. And then we have the feverfew. You find them all over the field. But now you can pick them up and take them in the house and make arrangement out of it. So we're going to get at least 3. The arrangement rules of arranging our flowers is always odd numbers. So we never arrange on even numbers. So it's either 3 or the 1 or 5 or 7, but you always do the odd numbers. So, and a lot of people don't know that, but like we want 2 flowers. No, you gotta have 3. So in these you'll have, the only thing you might see extra pieces on is the lisianthus because I broke it apart and put it in different places. But you see you have, only one we have 2 of is dahlia, only because it's just a little accent flower. And then our roses are right here. So you see you have one here. So they are in a different place. So everyone's gonna come up, take at least 3 roses. Or if you'd rather, I'll drop it off to you. It's up to you guys. Want me to drop off your flowers or you're gonna come pick it up? Yep, come on up. So everyone get 3. We're supposed to have 3 enough for everyone, but if not, we'll have to share other things. Be careful if the roses might have thorns in it, and they are not our friends. So grab 2 of these.
2 of these.
Yeah. Grab 3 roses.
Do we have for 3 per person, or should we do 2?
We could. How many people do we have?
We have a few extras.
Few extras?
Okay.
All right. Okay, pass it around. Yep.
How many of these?
Just give them 2. Yeah. So everybody take one of these. And this, we can use them because you're going to split them apart. So, yeah. So just take one piece. And if someone next to you may have extra.
Split it with somebody else, or is this too much?
Yours looks a little bit much. There you go.
I just want to make sure everybody gets. Is this too much?
Nope, you have too much.
Do I need more?
I will give you another piece. Just be careful with the dahlias, like I said, because they fall apart.
This is my favorite.
This is your favorite seed of eucalyptus?
I
Yes.
just do this by itself.
Yes, it's
These 2?
yeah. Give them as much as they
It
want.
smells.
It does.
Put it in your bathroom. It steams.
Yeah. There's so many different kind of eucalyptus, so. Everybody,
The baby roses do we get?
this is lisianthus. So you can get
One of those?
You can get as much of those. We have plenty of those. Yeah. There you go. So you take some of these. There you go. You take some of these. Thank you. There you go. This right here is. I think we're running out of flowers, so we might have to take 2 roses. Here you go. These, like I said, you can break them apart. Yeah, it's just too many in the bucket. They just put too many of it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You want some of these? Okay. Did you get eucalyptus? There you go. On this one, yeah, because you can break them apart.
We need the one that she said be careful with.
Yeah, the dahlias. Need some of these.
And then 3 roses, right? So we might run.
And we might run out of roses, so. If you run out of roses, take more extra dahlias because they're in the same colors family.
What about this white, any more of that?
This one or the Stobie?
This one you
Yeah,
have.
the Stobies, they're right there.
white?
We
This
still
one
have
here?
some. No, they're right there.
This one.
They're right there.
Do we just need one of these?
Yeah, just one because we're gonna break them apart. Yep, take 2 of those. That's enough. Yeah, because we're gonna cut them out.
Yeah. And then I just need,
Some of these.
and I think I got everything.
Yeah. There you go. Yep, you have everything. Yep.
Utility?
If you didn't get a lot of roses, you can get extra dahlias. Anybody need eucalyptus? You got, there you go. You need eucalyptus, so you got some? Oh, no, I don't have. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Very much.
You got eucalyptus? There you
I
go.
did not get my
There you go.
eucalyptus.
Does anybody need greenery? So make sure you get greenery.
Look, we all learned something.
Odd numbers always.
Fragile ones. What about
Yeah, the dahlias.
dahlia?
Dahlias. Got green. I'm gonna give you a couple of tips first. Yeah.
So we focus.
You can, but you can go back. Sorry. Everybody got one of these? Well, one more rose. You
What is
did?
left?
Uh-oh. We do have a rose. We have plenty of dahlias. These are very pretty, though. Like I said, they're not the.
I'll be the
They're
girl
very.
in the middle.
They're very. Yeah, you can do it in the middle. You have these. It was supposed to be a lot of sunflowers.
Touch the sunflowers.
No, it's not a part of that. It's just it's already wrapped up like that.
Oh, it's
It's presentation.
a presentation.
Some greeneries. And you need some of these.
Texture on the other side.
Well, we're going to put them in a vase, so it's going to be different. Got it?
This is okay. Did you speak at the end of it? I need one here. And this could go at the back.
It's just short roses. I'll give you a couple more. Oh, you need other leaves? Yeah. There you go.
Because don't you think then that way it's balanced?
Yeah.
And this is the height in the back?
Yep. If that's how you want it to look, we're gonna show you how to cut them down. Did you get one of these? We don't have those. Yep. Did you get one of these? The last one.
This is good?
Yep.
He said some things. People were twitching.
At least 2 or 3.
It was.
We're out of roses, but we do have some dahlias. You've missed all the roses. But we do have dahlias. You can take a handful of dahlias you want. And we still have some of your more eucalyptus there. So it's,
And these were, this was like.
oh, that's yours? Sorry. This one I had left it there. Yeah, we got.
Start with like the roses. We were wondering over here. The best way to.
Yeah, I'm waiting for everyone to sit down. They're not going to tell you. Come on, Greg.
Get my son.
Once we get our flowers and then we sit.
I'm holding up your routine, huh?
You messed up all the roses. Sorry.
I know I missed
Your
them
wife's
all.
going to be upset with you.
All right.
Once she sits down and shows you how to put it together.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna take them and wait, and then you're gonna show us.
For some people.
Take some of those. That's what she said on it.
Just remember, don't touch. Yeah, don't touch the actual flower. Okay.
Maybe. Oh, good. Excellent. We have some extra color roses here from arrangement from yesterday if you want to take those.
We ran out of roses,
So we have some extra from yesterday.
Yeah, she said I do 2. Oh, she said I need 3, right?
Yes. I'll hold it for you, Alicia. Thank you.
Can I switch?
Yeah, you can switch whatever you
Can I
want.
take one of those really purple ones?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
If your wife likes the purple, she can have the purple.
Thank you. Should I put some of those in there too?
Yes, I will. Oh, let me get some.
You want some more roses?
Yeah. Don't touch.
What are you looking for?
Oh, she's gonna think I'm the best. Well, she'll think I'm doing best, huh? Yeah, don't get carried away, bro. Thank you. Should I put some of those in there too?
Got it?
Then I'm gonna sit down. Thank you. Oops, sorry.
Good? So to get this look here, you always want to measure how you're going to cut your flowers. From the bottom, see, that's how you want it. If you want it higher, go. So you measure it from the bottom of the vase. It's going to stay on the lip. So if you want it higher, you go higher. So this is it right here. So if you cut it too short, we don't like flowers too short. So we can't fix it. If it's too long, you can fix it. But if it's too short, you're short. So You should start it from the how long you want it and cut it and put it there. So you should start with your 3 roses around, one each side. So you have 3. There you go. One there. Sorry. I wish I had saved the rose for me. I wanted a longer rose. You got your rose all around 3 ways. Yes. Okay, so the problem with this is you making your flowers about your greeneries. See, these greeneries should not be above your flowers. So your greeneries are underneath your flowers. So underneath the flowers. So you put your greeneries there. See, it changes it. So in this case here, I gave you the wire inside, so it doesn't. You don't really need a lot of greeneries. But sometimes when you have a arrangement or you're making in the vase is so big, you have no, you don't have enough flowers, so the green, you have to stuff enough flowers in the greens in it. But you don't have to in this case because we have this wire inside. Like, place your flower exactly how you want it to be placed. So you want to put your rose in each side. Put your, take your piece here, a nice fluffy one, put it right in the center. Put one of these pieces right in the center of your eucalyptus. Put it right in the center. Put a piece there, just one piece in the center. You can break it apart. Break it apart. Yep, put it right in the center. Just take some of the leaves off so it can go nice and easy inside the wire. There you go. And then cut your, you see your greenery? A little too tall. Yep, too tall. It should be lower. Yep, so a little lower. Yep. So put one in each side. So you want to put your rose one in each side. Like, so if it's too, you go one here. Start another one there. Going to the side. And then you take your eucalyptus. Did you get any? Nope. No, the other greenery. So you get your greenery, put it right in the center. Okay? So just gotta get in there. Sorry. Yeah, cut it in pieces. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to go over you. You can break it apart into pieces. So take your green and put it right here. Cut it here. Stuff it right in there. Okay. So put your spray rose right here. Yeah, put it right over there. Yeah, look at that, perfect. So, so you want to measure it, how tall you want it to be. If it's too tall, and now let's take that out. Right there. And this is, the Stobie is your filler, so stick that right in the center. Put it right here in the center. And you want to get rid of your green if you have to. There you go. Yep, just like that. And you want to put your dahlia right here. There's a science to it.
Catch up, Fran.
Okay, Fran, you have roses? Do you have your roses? Yes, very pretty rose, yeah. You want to start? Oh. You have a scissors? Let me see if I can find you one. You got one? Okay. Anybody else need my help?
Sit it down and see how short you want them long or short.
Yeah, so lay down your flowers.
Oh, I think I want them short.
You want yours tall?
Short.
Short, like hers?
Yeah.
Okay, so lay.
Falling down.
Yeah, your dahlias are gonna fall apart. It's okay, we have a little bit more over there. So lay them down. So you take your rose, you go this way. See that?
Okay, so is that long enough? You feel
I
like that's
think
a
that's
good-
long enough.
Okay.
There you go.
Great.
You take the other one. There you go.
And I got one more.
And you got one more. I use knives because I don't.
Yeah, you're a pro.
But then you
Stick to the scissors.
something like that. Then you take them apart.
Okay. You take these
Yeah. So it's nice and short. And you want to put these in there. Give you your fillers.
This one over here, how do you feel? It's too long.
If it's too long, measure to the lip of your vase. If it's too long, you cut it down. But you want to start long versus starting short.
Okay, okay.
There you go. What were you trying to do? I can help you out. So let's see what happened to yours. Yes, go ahead. I'm coming right over. So here's the problem here. So you want to, so you have too many roses.
Too many roses.
Yeah, so many different colors. See, they're all in the. Okay, so you want to go this way, that way. See, this one's a little taller, so go that way. Did you want to use all roses or do you want something else?
No, I like that because I just know where to put it.
Right there, and you lift your dahlias. You want to use this one too? There you go. You don't have your eucalyptus? So that way goes this way. There you go. The better? You have a Stobie? One of these?
No, that's the only one I did. I don't think I got.
Oh. You have two. You can give her one. You have two.
You got two. Thank you. Oh, I did. I grabbed
Okay? And this is too top. I don't like that. Stay like that.
very nice.
No. Who needed my help? Okay.
Give it a try,
So
but
we're
I
gonna,
wanted-
we're gonna start with 3. 1, 2, 3. And you see this is too high, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
it's
falling
too
over.
high, that's-
Yeah, so we're gonna measure to that. See? There you go, you measured. There you go there. Just measure it and cut it. See? There you go. And these are a little bit on the wild side. There you go.
Okay, now I know. I'm gonna have to buy my flowers fresh and then do it like that.
Well, you can use a chicken wire anytime,
Yep.
because you don't have to be a professional to learn how to use chicken wires. Okay. So you can put your.
And then
So these you can cut them this way. I think this can be a little long. Like that. Hold on.
and that one, this is the one that I think is right. Yeah.
There you go. There goes
That's
her.
how I like it full.
That's like, yep. You can add,
I could add some
you
more
can add some more of these in there.
Yep, to pull it out.
And we have greeneries. You have greeneries up there if you wanted to take up with the greeneries. The green kind, the more green ones. You can add that to it.
That, what would I put, like on the
Yeah,
inside?
in between the sides to keep it much fuller. You're so welcome. You need help. Okay, so we want to measure our rose to the lip of your vase.
Oh, I didn't get that.
See like that?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a little trick.
Yep. Measure to the vase.
Okay.
So, did you only get 2 rows? Or you have a third one?
So it's not what you want as far as height is. What
Yes.
large is.
Yes, so you've measured all this to the lip of the vase.
Okay.
Add a couple of greeneries. Here. Right there. This is your accent flower. Yeah. Do you have anything else? Is this your dahlia? Okay. Okay. This rose is a little head heavy, so they like to tip over some. Okay, you can use another one of these. There you go. You happy with it? Too wild? So the thing about greeneries, we like to keep them under the flowers, not above the flowers. So if it goes on, yeah, so you have to slip some off, go underneath the flowers. And then, same with the roses, you cut it down to be right at the lip of your vase. These here also can be tipped down, and you put it underneath. Some, yeah. These are coral. These are coral.
That's what it needs. It's a little lopsided.
See, this is a little bit too much there.
You're supposed to know where you got these scissors from.
Those- Oh, they're from our supply store.
Yeah, Michael. Floral.
It's our floral supply store in Boston.
What's the name? Like maybe Amazon has one.
Oh, it's just shears, just flower shears, yes. Yeah. They're yours to keep. They're not, so you can keep them.
Then you gotta check a bag.
So you see?
Needed some help. It was a little. I get it.
It's the no. Some people like wild look. I've never been a really fan of wild look. So you like eucalyptus? Good. You like it that way? Yeah. So you just want to put the greens underneath your flowers. The thing is going to be all about the greens and not at the flowers.
That's so awesome. Thank you. Oh, I love how no wonder you're a florist.
20 years, but I love flowers, so it doesn't feel like it. No, thank you. You need help? Oh, sure, let me help. Yeah, so you know you need some of these. So you just stick it in there. Yep, you know.
I sure didn't mean to string you along, but the blood in my body,
There you go. No problem. Move on. I only use knife, so I can never. I've started out with knife, so your green's a little bit over high.
I'll put them in line.
Yes. So these roses, sometimes when the roses don't have enough water, they kind of tip over. It's a very heavy rose, so all roses are different. So this one here is particularly is very heavy, so it doesn't like. No, you did good. Right. Now you can add your eucalyptus. Like that. Yes. it? You happy with it? See the greenery? Not too much. I want to show something else to do after for your dinner parties. Yeah.
I know this is
Yeah, good job, Ray. Oh, these are Lysianthus. There you go. Excellent. So your greenery is a little bit too above the flowers. So when you want to arrange, with the greenery goes under the flowers instead of above the flowers. See right here?
These should be
Cut down lower under the flowers. Yes. This one right here is a little. Yes. So your dollar's falling apart.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So you happy with the look of it?
Thank you.
Okay. You like it? It has to be a little shorter. We can make it taller if you like it taller. Yes. Overtaking everything. Yes. So if you want a little taller, I'll keep it a little taller for you if you like the tall. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Under the roses. You do. Well, let's start over then. Nope, it's okay. Yeah.
Lost somewhere between the folded friends.
Nope. Things can be higher, yes. But you don't want it to be yeah, these can be higher because they're just a little filler. But greeneries cannot be too high over the flowers. Yes. But in this case, the
Just trying to make this sort of be leafy.
yes, the eucalyptus, those silver dollars like that, or the cedar eucalyptus, that's how we use them. So they can be flat.
So look up, so look at it.
This is how we use them, so they can overflow.
Right, to make it
Yes,
go sort of
yes,
soften.
yes. It's just to soften your flowers. Yes, too tall, too much of everything. You like a more first option? Okay. We'll make it bigger. We'll definitely make it taller for you. Okay.
Yeah, she said all that. Okay. She will not like
So let's go with big. Since you want taller, let's get you a little bit more fillers underneath, so you can. Yep. Just to give your greens, and to give the greens give you the balance of your flowers. Okay. So you want them a little tall. How tall? That tall or taller? This is okay, so you can stay tall like that. Come back this way. Oh, thank you. So these right here. In this business, you have to be fast. I do a lot of funerals. That's my number one thing. funerals. Yes. Yes.
One side, they do the other side.
Yep. So you don't want everything on one side, unless you're doing it one sided. There's so many different type of arrangements. So if you want it one sided, you can do it one sided. Dahlias? Yes. There's so many variety of dahlias, and but they are very fragile. Dahlias don't like to be touched. The moment you touch them, they fall apart.
Than roses. I think roses are
More as what? Cost-wise?
no, I think roses are very gentle.
Oh no. These are very fragile. Dahlias are very fragile. So you will not. Any little touch on it, it's done. Big enough? These are all yours. So it's a little too full. It's too wild. So you can make flowers have to tell a story. Yo, there. Somebody wants some flowers? Okay. Yep.
Tries more than I could take. Pity for pity's sake. Some nights kept me awake. I thought that I was stronger. When you gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer? Do what you want to. Put your records on.
Ladies, we're going to let you finish up making your bouquets, but we wanted to leave you with some parting words.
So first, I want to say thanks so much. This was really fun. And one of the things I forgot to mention is that my wife will be very happy. And I'm going to go home. She's going to think I'm a really awesome person. And I'm really going to give Michelle and the Manulife John Hancock crew credit for it. Wasn't my idea. But I wanted to say, if you're interested in, when I talked about our vitality, if you're interested, I would love to know more information. I'll be more than glad to help. I'll be in the back here. We can chat a little bit. But again, thanks so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And I love the partnership with BE. And I think I really love helping our people to be their very, very best. And Dee, I don't know did she leave already? Yeah. Dee's awesome. And I just really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Speaking of Dee, she said, please follow her on social media. Anyone who wants to hear more about her journey in self-care. Thank you again to Manulife John Hancock.